Okay, message sent. So we got a call 4 with McCall. Sounds like.
Yeah, the baseball guy.
Oh yeah.
We've
Cool.
got a 2:30 also with NBC Universal.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. Let me message Mike.
Should we meet at the office?
You got to talk to WeFunder too, right?
Yeah, I'm doing that right now. I already reached out.
Okay. Let's get started. Yeah, Ahmet, go ahead for us, please.
Hello. Yeah. So today again, I am working on writing Jest test cases only. So is there anything I can work? So yeah, I'm working on writing Jest test cases. I don't have anything other.
Okay, and how the test case is going?
Yeah. So going like I have written for the activity feed module. So I have completed that one, activity feed module. Is there any API or anything I can work any bugs? So can you please do?
So the activity feed module, okay. What about bugs, Ahmet?
First, so you can assign. Is there any bugs I can look into that?
Yeah. Also, I want you to get a list of all the active notifications we have organized and sent to Todd. And
Okay.
we're going to create. We have a room with a lot of whiteboards, and I want to write them down so we can see them spatially and draw connections between certain events and behaviors and have our data
Okay.
move stuff around. So yeah, but step 1 is I want to know every single one that's active. Are you able to get us that?
Yeah, I will create and I will send it to you and Todd.
Perfect. Thank you, Ahmet.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. All right. Jerry.
Hey, so got the I guess I can kind of start from Thursday since I didn't join in Friday morning. But there were some things I needed to do on the Node 22 PR. It was nothing from your end. There was a lot of extra scripts that Eric put in.
Yes.
Not Eric, EJ. EJ put it in for the deployment, and it was causing us to run on like Node 16. And then when I switched to Node 22, there were just some packages I had to update. So everything on there seems to be working fine in QA. John,
Yes.
I know we're kind of cautious on pushing all this into production because
You know what? I am sorry to interrupt you. I just thought of something very important, and I didn't think of this. Danny pushed the Apple build live to the App Store. Do we need to do any production deploys?
No. Well, like build 15?
16.
16. Changed between 16 and 15.
Ismail could help us out with the answer to that.
15, 16. Let me see here.
Does 16 require any backend updates?
Give me a second. Let me get you kind of maybe a list or something like that. Well, it's not going to be a list. I'm just going to look at the code and kind of determine real quick what the difference is. So real quick, we're gonna bump up Android version, and then we have the audio playing in the background. We have the shared Lottie link. We have the kiss face fix. So far, I don't think any of those are necessarily backend.
Doesn't sound like it.
Start friend convo. What is this one? Yeah, no, nothing backend so far. Some tracker for the playback services, amplitude stuff. Yeah. Remove config. Yeah. So that's mainly it. Nothing. I don't think anything necessarily backend related is, at least from what I can see here. I don't see any new mutations or change to any of the GraphQL files. So
Okay.
that's how I can tell. But if there's anything else that maybe stayed the same, I wouldn't be able to tell. Like if something's supposed to return something different, but it's the same name, same mutation, I wouldn't be able to tell. But as far as any new mutations added or queries, there is none, and any changes to existing schema, there is none.
Okay. So it sounds like we're safe there.
Yeah.
Ahmed, you were saying something? Oh, okay. Guess
Sorry,
not.
was that a question for me?
I thought Ahmed was saying something.
No, I said yes only.
Okay, so I'm multitasking. Do we need to do a backend deploy?
No, I just wanted to kind of remind you of the stuff that we have in flight, in particular the Node 22 upgrade and the Node 22, and there are some of the filtering things that we're doing on the the AI moderation.
Mhm.
That stuff hasn't been checked off yet.
Okay.
It's just remember, it's just going to snowball over time. So I would like us to review it soon, but I know you don't want to rush it. But just keep that in mind.
Okay.
And we have I added another backend instance into the pool, so now we have 4 servers running. We had 3. I mean, personally, I find 4 to be a little overkill, but I know we're being cautious here. So let's see how it works this week. Unless you wanted to go after this week, and then I want to take some time to reevaluate it, so we just aren't overpaying.
Mm-hmm.
And the database. What's a good time you want me to do that migration?
I was thinking late if we can. Is it something you can set up during work hours, but then just press a button tonight, just let it run for a few minutes?
Yeah. It's a matter of a few clicks, and it takes like 5. It takes like 5 at most 10 minutes
Mm-hmm.
to do. I need to be online to do it though. I won't do that offline.
Right. Okay. So yeah, let's try and just do it late when there's minimal traffic.
Okay.
How long will it go down?
Oh, 5 or 10 minutes. So keep in mind, I'm like 2 hours ahead. So I was going to say 9 p.m. my time, but that's also 7 in West Coast.
Yeah.
I can shoot 10.
Maybe we'll do this afternoon, because this afternoon's probably slow too. Maybe around 2 o'clock is probably pretty slow.
To West Coast.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Unless you can set it on a timer. Well, no, you want to be there for it.
I want to be aware for this.
Yeah. Let's do 2 West Coast, and maybe we'll put make a little announcement in the Maggot Army chat.
Okay.
That we're doing an upgrade on the server.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
JD,
What's up?
you were saying something to me regarding Node 22 upgrade.
I was telling you about I had to do some extra package updates because EJ had a script. Was that?
Okay.
Yeah. I removed EJ's script and most of it just kind of worked after that.
Yeah, so I have taken your pool also.
What's that?
Yeah, I have taken that pool changes in my local.
Yeah, it's in development now.
Yes. Okay.
Cool. Now something I was working on Friday and into this morning is the chat. What's it called? Not the chat invite, but the investor link. How we were going to make a unique link for all of our investors. So that is complete.
Okay.
That looks just like the it looks just like the chat invite link, and it's going to work just like the chat invite link.
Okay.
So it's like Sircles wants you to join the group, Sircles investors.
Mm-hmm.
And when they go through the process, it's going to add them into the group. And process, it's going to mark them verified. And that's the only thing it's doing right now is it's adding them to the group and marking them as verified. But nothing else. I can process all the perks, and I can do it at another time.
Yeah.
wanted to kind of process the perks in one go, but it sounds like we just have.
It's better to get the validation first, and we can go from there.
Mhm.
Okay, so let's test it. And one thing we have not tested really in this build is dynamic links. We're just kind of assuming they're working, but
Mhm.
now is the time to test this live in the App Store.
Mhm.
So let's get that build and test those dynamic links. Maybe you and Chantel could do some of that for me.
Okay, it's in the App Store now.
It is for Apple. We're waiting on Google.
Okay, yeah, no problem. Let me go get that downloaded.
And so with that version, how would you like us to test it? Like, what would be the process that?
Jerry will
for
help.
the- Okay, sounds good.
Yep.
And then I do want to test the email too.
Chantel, do you have that email ready?
Yeah, I had sent it over to John and Danny on Friday to just have a once over, an extra set of eyes on it. I just want to get the thumbs up on that before we move forward.
Where is it in a Slack message?
I emailed it.
Email. That's weird. Oh, you probably email. Did you email to my Circles email?
Who's it from, Chantel?
TS to you,
Oh,
and
it's
it's from
this
me.
forward. Oh, this looks like spam. I see.
Yeah, I just forwarded it from my email.
Test verified official looking sharp.
Yep.
Let me look at it as well, just so I know what's going on. Template, email. It is. Is it a template? Let's see. I don't see it in templates.
I see one that looks like a text. It
Yeah.
says blue looks good on you. This isn't it, right?
Yeah, it is. This is the one you're talking about, right? The blue looks good on you.
Chantel?
Verified official looking sharp is the subject line.
Sorry, I'm talking on mute. I apologize. I was feeding my face. Yeah, it should be the verified looking sharp as the subject line.
Okay. But now they're not this would be like after it happened. We need the one that prompts them to click it. Because like this is like you're saying you're now officially verified, but the one we're sending them to initiate it would be click here to get verified.
Okay, I thought we were starting with the one where they're already verified.
How can we know they're verified?
Gary
Yep.
has a list.
Oh, we're talking about the sample test.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
okay, yeah. Except that won't test the link. So we need one that still. Let's send it to someone who's not verified, but we know that they are an investor for sure.
Okay.
And then we'll have the link where it says click here to get verified, essentially.
Okay. So the text that Jerry has is also for people we already know is verified. So
So that's good for like after that we would send them a confirmation.
okay,
Like this,
you want
this
that
would
as
be-
a confirmation? Okay.
yeah, I think that'd be
So
good.
the first one will just be to investors who have not been verified. And it will say, click this link to be verified. And then the follow-up one will say, hey, you've been verified, check it out and join the investor chat.
Yeah, I mean this one that you sent us Friday can
Yeah.
be the follow-up one.
Okay, got it. Yep.
Yeah.
I think Jerry and I were both on the same page that the one who have already been verified was going to be kind of our test group. So
Yeah, so the problem is that doesn't test our link to
yeah.
verify
Okay.
them.
Yep. Sounds good. I will
I'll let
get
you
those
guys.
taken care
Yeah.
of. Yeah.
Okay, so Jerry, you'll work with Chantel on that. So like ideally we have that initial one where they click the link to get verified, and then this one that she had sent us Friday as a sample. This should be like kind of an automated confirmation.
Okay, so the SMS is a confirmation, but let me.
We're only talking about emails right now.
Yeah, I still don't know what email because I don't. Chantal, is this in One Signal yet? Chantal.
Yes. I did send it.
You want to just forward this email to him?
Yeah, I'll forward the email.
Okay, I can set it up in One Signal. Then I just didn't see it. That's why.
Yeah. Let me get that over to you right now. Hang on.
Okay.
Done. Just sent to you.
Okay, let me make sure I get it. And what is our plan for sending these? What if testing goes good? When do we want to send out?
I want to send a few samples right away.
Okay, right away is the answer. Got it. Okay. Let me see. Master's chat. Alrighty. Okay, cool. Let me go do some final checks on that and make sure everything works good. Let me make sure the only thing I didn't test was like the brand new user flow, but that shouldn't be much for me to add.
Okay.
So we'll work on getting those sent out and making sure we have the database up to date. Last thing I want to remind is again the Node 22 upgrade. It'll be a nice performance boost if we can get it pushed out, but I just don't want to rush everything else we have.
Yeah, it's risky right now.
Okay, I will leave that as is, and
I mean, have we it's been tested in QA?
what, the Node 22?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it works. Like, I mean I know like Isabel and Amin, they've been coding in QA.
I don't know. I'm nervous. We have a lot going on this week. So if you push it, you deploy it to the back end, it's going to affect the production build that's in the App Store right now, right?
What's that again?
If you deploy it from the back end, it will affect the production build that's in the App Store right now, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, it'll affect anything that's pointing to production.
Yeah. What about backwards compatibility and things like that?
There is no backwards compatibility necessarily involved in this. It's just an upgrade to the engine that's running the server. But
Yeah, but if you didn't update their app, let's say they had a very old version and we deploy it, what happens?
No change. Like there's no change in the code. Like we didn't add any endpoints. We didn't change any endpoints. We just updated the version though. It's kind of like an Expo version upgrade. Like most of the time, if there is an issue, you'll find it pretty quick.
Okay. Okay, but let's wait anyway.
Yep, I'm good with that.
Okay, cool. Alrighty. Let's pull some samples right away too. And let's get those emails sent out. I need all this stuff done by today.
Yes,
To where we're ready to roll.
that's
Either
priority.
tonight or tomorrow morning on the next step.
Yep, that's my priority.
Okay, cool.
And I
Very
have some.
Cool. Yeah, so things are happening really fast. I mean, Danny was just looking at like our cloud area. We had to up our service and other services, and that's where founders always say, like, you're getting product market fit because it's obvious you start hitting limits on everything.
Yeah.
And
Oh, I got a banner on Cloudinary, and then I like refreshed the page and it went away.
Because I did it super quick.
Okay. Okay. Nice. Because I was wondering, I was like, oh, what's going on? And then I refreshed and it was done. Okay. Cool deal.
okay, so shall we move on? Let's go to Ismail.
Hey, all right, so busy day Friday. Got that production build out, a lot of PRs, and I have something to show right now. So check this out. It's not done yet, but I think it's cool enough to demo. So now, if we, I fixed the problem with the UI for the
Cool.
the edit. So now if you click edit, you can see it's pre-populated, and you can just do like maybe let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you click send. Now, still need to update the cache, but check this out. It works.
Oh,
So
good.
now you can edit text basically. So the
Yeah.
UI is there, functionality is there. Now I just have to get that cache working.
And it's not doing that first render thing.
No, I fixed that.
Excellent.
Yeah. So yeah, after I get that cache figured out, we would need one last step before it's ready for production, and that would be, so we need to trigger some kind of subscription for the receiver. Because let's say if you are in the chat with me on the other side and I edit the message, now I'll update the cache so you would see the updated message here after I'm done, but the receiver won't.
Mm.
So we need to send them a signal to update the cache there as well with the new
Mhm.
message. So I think Jerry, we were gonna work on
Well,
that, or Ahmet is. I don't know who is.
iMessage doesn't do that. You just
Um,
basically see like the word edited underneath it.
well, that's what I'm saying. The other person would not know that the message got like their device.
Yeah.
We have to communicate that over the network that this message got changed.
Oh, I see.
So that needs to be done via subscription. So we have to have a plan for that.
Yeah, Ismail, I'm gonna work with you on that after we get these emails sent.
Mm-hmm.
Because one thing that we got to keep in mind is like, what if you go back and edit an old message? Like, not everybody's gonna have that message viewable, especially if it's a few pages up.
Correct, but that still doesn't. Let me see. Oh, so we won't be able to update the cache. Well, here's what we can do. We can like look in our message list if because like it's gonna be based off of message key.
Correct.
So if we find the message key, we'll update it. If we don't, nothing happens. And then if they scroll via via pagination, they will get the new one anyways.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I just wanted to kind of call out that it's not going to be a straightforward thing that would have to check to see if that message is visible in the view when we get that subscription.
Yeah, that's a good catch. But yeah, we can handle that on front end.
Yep.
And yeah, so I'm just gonna be working on fixing this cache so that when you edit it, you at least the sender would see it right away. And then after Jay gets me that subscription, the receiver would see it right away as well.
Very good. Very good. Okay. Yeah, obviously it'll need lots of testing and all that, but that's looking great. So what are you going to do next?
I don't know. We have delete. I don't know if we want to work on that. I think we said we're not gonna have delete for now.
We were going to do reply and thread.
Hmm. Oh yeah,
Reply
the
and
reply and
thread.
thread. That's gonna be the next big project after this.
That's going to be big.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
I already kind of told them it's gonna be big on both front and back end.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Be big, but you know, just an idea. If we want something that's a little lower hanging fruit here, how about tagging in messages?
Like the @ symbol?
Yeah,
What is that going to do? Does it notify him?
it could. We could have it notify because like a lot of people, maybe people turn off their notifications or something.
But like, what difference is there when I add the @ symbol? What does it do in for the visually to the other users?
It would show up as a bolder, different color to kind of help bring attention to it.
Yeah, if you were that user that was tagged,
Uh-huh.
like it could highlight that message.
Yeah, but they'd still have to scroll up to see it potentially.
Yeah,
So it
just
doesn't
whatever
really. Okay.
message that they're tagged in.
Yeah. So other than
Yep.
the notification, it doesn't really tell them more, right?
I think that if the notification directed them directly to that message,
It also doesn't really like tell everybody else clearly. Let's just do the right way. Let's get the reply in thread, and then that way,
Okay.
because everyone can participate. We might as well start now.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay. Anything else on that?
No, not on my end.
Okay. Got a question, but I can't remember now. So Jerry, you got some work to do around these message emails, and then you'll get with Ismail. Do you guys need to coordinate work session ahead of time on how you want to structure it?
I want to get these emails done before I get with Ismail. Let me focus on these emails.
Okay. Sounds good. um Great. All right. Well, let's continue then. So is Amin here? Yeah. Amin, let's get your update, please.
Yeah, man. I guess. Yeah, on Friday when we were like finishing the some PRs to get that build running. Let me see if I remember. Well, like give me a second now. I'll be back. Someone on my desk.
Okay. And Jerry, I want to test dynamic links too with probably Amin would be the person to test those with in this current build. Or I mean we can start with
Yeah.
between you and Chantel, but is there anything you'd want him to also monitor?
I think dynamic links that would be for chat and for the profile landing, if I recall. I mean, you got something?
No, I just want to say I'm back.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, what
So
go ahead, Amin.
yeah, well, we fixed the share link on Android, and I did this on the smaller devices, and we fixed a little bit of gradient that was there that's supposed on to be on top of the on the import, the one on the top. We got that on the build, as well as I remember there was something else. Let me see. Yeah, some UI fixes. Let me see what those. Nope, not this one. I was looking at the. Yeah, the kissy face animation that was fixed as well. Should be in that build. And let me see something in my notes. Yeah, that was it. There's like another issue that I just started in and didn't finish it. It was like from Ian, like the scrolling. That's a it's a small. It's not a
Yeah,
big
and
thing.
I had a question. So I don't remember, did we get the fix to the white screen when typing?
Filters tab.
Yeah,
Yeah, that one I started on and didn't finish it. Yeah, like I remember. Like I still don't know why. What like I can reproduce it. It's only like when you start typing fast.
interesting.
Yeah, it's weird. Like because like I found the components where and also like the crash. Like when is this like this? Because this is a crash. It tells you where this crash happening because it's happening on the JavaScript side. It tells you something is undefined and it's not telling you what's that thing. So I'll
Maybe
keep
it's
it
the,
like
maybe it's the category itself, because does it happen in any category or like specific categories?
I was only keep trying with that frame category.
Yeah, I think it might have something to do with that because what's weird is that category doesn't seem to be pulling up, yet I know it's a category. Maybe Jerry could look into that one too, like and see or
Yeah.
Ahmet, do you know, can you look at our categories and subcategories and search and see if we have one that has um frame, picture frame, framing as one of the words of it?
What is it? Frame?
Yeah, like first frame is the one, the main one, FRAME.
Okay, I'm checking.
Okay. We'll take a look and see if there's anything he can spot. So there was that, and then what was the other thing? Todd, do you remember Saturday? I think we were like, wait, did that make it into the build? There was another issue. And I don't remember now. Let me check our message. Todd, do you remember what I'm talking about? Todd here. Todd said he'll be back. Okay, never mind. We fixed the drawer, right, with a drop shadow. Did that make it in, Ismail, the drawer on the members search?
Yeah, let me double check, but yeah, that should be in there. I guess you can let me double check it. Yeah, it'll be easier than looking at the code.
Okay. Um, I can't remember.
Yeah, it's in there.
Okay. I think there's another. Oh, I know what it is. I know what it is. Blocking a user. That used to work and no longer works. And Jerry said it's front end. Right, Jerry?
Well, no, there's like a combination of things that we have to work with front end and back end. Maybe if that's something that we want to that Amit could work on with Ismail, that would be great. But for blocking a user, we want to show them certain things or restrict certain actions if they're blocked.
Now, I thought we had this dialed
Block.
already months ago. Yeah. Like they were gone from you. Like, no, you couldn't see messages, you couldn't see them in your feed. We had that working, Chantel, right? Do you remember that?
I don't even recall because there's no logic that checks for it.
Let me ask Chantel.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember what it is that you're talking about. You can see your messages. You could
Blocking
see
a user.
they're blocking a user.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We were doing like Todd and I were testing that as
No,
far as
I'm saying a couple months ago, we had that dialed and it was working.
yeah,
right?
as far as it working. I don't know that it was working with the messages.
What
And
about
the
blocking?
activity feed.
Yeah, what about seeing them, not seeing them in the feed?
You
right?
wouldn't be able to see their profile though.
Mhm. Or seeing
Because
in the
that was
feed.
one of the things that I was working on was trying to find a specific person who I had blocked. The only way I could find them is going to my blocked list. And from there you can unblock them.
So you do recall it working to that extent, right?
Yeah, we didn't have it with messages, but as far as their profile, it was working.
Yeah.
Well, it works. Okay, so with their profile though, I worked with Danny on this a while back, and it was like you could find their profile, but when you loaded it, it like took forever to load, or you couldn't see their feed, their activity feed, or something.
Yeah, the activity feed at this moment as it stands is just like a skeleton loader.
Right,
So
but
you can't see their feed, but you can see the rest of their profile. And I remember us talking about how you wouldn't want to be able to find it at all
Well, how would you unblock them then?
by going to your blocked list.
Ah, yes. Okay. So Jerry, what do we need to do to get this rolling? The feature's been asked for.
Yeah. Shoot, there's like another thing too for like chat. If you're in a group with them,
Mm-hmm.
like if you're in a group and they send a message, you're like, we don't want to see the message at all. But like, I don't know if that's exactly how we want to approach this.
Probably do whatever like Facebook is doing since they've had a lot of time to think about it.
I know what Discord does is if
Okay.
you call somebody and they say something, those messages will be like collapsed, saying like 5 messages hidden.
Hmm.
And then I could click them and then it would show the messages. Because I'm in a group with them, like they can't DM me, like they can't interact with me directly. But if I'm in a group with them, it just hides their content but shows me that it's being hidden.
Yeah, okay.
It has a purpose, because honestly, like what if like I blocked somebody but then they go on to start going on a big rant about me or
Yeah.
stuff about me and I'm not aware of it because I can't see it at all.
Yeah. So I mean, I'd be okay with their name appearing in the conversation, but just no message underneath it.
Yeah, there's no message. But again, it's like if it's hidden though, that's where I'm kind of saying we should have it hidden. Like not hidden, but visible with a message that it's hidden. Maybe
Yeah.
I can find an
I mean,
example.
step one would be getting rid of it. Like we can go into multiple phases of development of this.
Yeah, I just know that it could throw off the pagination. That we have to make sure that we have all the queries updated now to exclude any messages from blocked users. For example, in the lobby, we have a query for last message, especially like for sorting the order of groups. A lot of that is dependent on the last message, and now we're adding another factor to exclude that message if
Okay. All right. Here's what I want to do. I want to have you and Todd and Chantel work on that with Amin when he's ready.
Mhm.
Okay. Let's leave it there.
Yeah.
And
there's a lot to it. So
yeah, it sounds like it. Okay. Okay. So I'll have you guys work on it and dial it how you think is fit, and we. But we have a question from Ahmet. Go ahead, Ahmet.
So John, I checked inside category and I found framing cat is there, framing.
Yeah, framing for under construction, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. What about frame or picture frame?
No, I did not see that one.
Custom frame, maybe, and nothing with the word frame.
No, you can see here I searched using word frame, FRAM, and I found only one framing.
Okay. Okay. Okay, let's leave that there too then. I'll investigate a little more with you guys. But let me go back to Amin. Thanks, Ahmet. Okay, sorry. I mean, I didn't want to lose that thought because it is a feature people are asking about. So when you're ready, I'll have you work with Jerry and the team on the blocking users.
Yeah, sure. For now, I'll look into that widescreen. Until I feel I'll continue looking into it.
Okay. And what else do you have going on? Anything more?
No, yeah.
I would like to look at the map markers thing. Like, if you could get them to appear on the
Okay.
first render. I don't know. I don't suppose the edit conversation message render issue has anything to do like, but kind of similar concept, right? Where maybe if it had more time, they would render. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know too. So like it drops you at your correct location with nothing until you select something. All right.
Well, not nothing. They're the names are underneath where the pins should be, but the pins don't render. So the name of the business is there. And it's
Okay.
not all of them. Like I just did it.
Yeah, I would need like a video of you doing it. So maybe it's related to the category or something like that. So
It's every category on the first
render.
render except for this time it just worked for me, which is really weird. Let me try a different category. Okay, yeah. So I'll send you a screenshot here. You can see some of the, that's the other thing too. It's weird. Like some of the map markers are there, but some are not. So like it's like half and half on this render. This was the first render of this category. And all right, I'm sending you Slack.
Okay.
And if you leave and come back, they'll be there. Or if you zoom,
See.
even me just sending that screenshot to you, so like basically kind of leaving the app and then coming back, the markers appeared.
Okay.
Well, but then they're still like flashing on and off. I can share my screen. Let me do that just to show. I would really like to get this one resolved. It's been a nagging one. Just a moment. I don't think it's gonna let me join on this phone. Danny, are you getting a request for me to join?
No.
Let's try again.
Let me
It's just spinning now. Okay, well, I mean, it's just super annoying. It's easy to see. I mean, it's like every time you render a new category, like some of the markers are there, some aren't. And then like if you zoom in and zoom out, they'll kind of like disappear and reappear. But then if you leave, like if you rotate the wheel for the subcategories and then go back to the one you were just on, then it's like perfect. But if you go to a new one, a new subcategory, you get the same problem.
Okay.
I feel like I should show this. Just maybe you want to show your screen. Let's just confirm it.
Yeah, okay. Let me share my screen. That's what I was trying to do. Was like rebuilding the app so I can do it as
Okay.
um so share.
Yeah. Home. And then yeah,
Okay.
category. Yeah. So yeah, pull it down. You can see don't move. Yeah, see those ones are missing. Now, if you zoom a little bit,
So, yeah.
kind of zoom in and out, and you'll see them pop in and pop out. No,
Uh,
zoom.
yeah. Because I'm trying to figure out how to zoom this is like a similar.
Oh, you can't pinch on it. Yeah.
No, I can. I just forgot how. Like I know how. Like there's a way how to. Yeah, here's it. Like zoom out or in.
Either way, just kind of go back and forth.
Okay. Oh yeah. All right.
See, whoop,
Yeah.
see how many there are. So right now it looks like there's hardly any. Well, and then there's all of a sudden, look at all these. So it's that first render is so important.
Mm-hmm.
And I think our users are thinking there's very few recommendations, which is not the case. You get the idea there, but like go to the next, and then like rotate the wheel, like bring your categories, and then you'll see it'll do it again here. Kind of see same issue, but now go back to American food or Italian food, and you'll see this time it's all good. There's no problems. Zoom in, zoom out, and they will not disappear. It's that first render.
I see. I see. It must be some logic there that we do to, because I remember back then when we worked on those layers, like those paint markers, there was some logic going on with the zooming and how many to show and all of that.
Well,
So
actually, okay, this has always been a problem ever since we did a workaround where your cursor is
mhm,
on that name right there. That is this is a workaround because this may have changed, but at the time, Mapbox did not support collision detection for the label. It only supported collision detection for the marker. And I want the opposite. I want the markers to stay so you see your friends, but the labels to have collision detection. So as you can see where your cursor is, you have a label, but the
mhm.
one just to the right of it, there's no
It's
label because collision detection, which is good because otherwise that label would be over the top or under, like it would be a mess. So,
Yeah.
And this is how iMessage does it. iMessage does exactly this, where the markers stay, the labels do not stay. So we did a workaround and we made both of them markers. So the white background, I called it a hot dog. The white hot dog shaped background on it is now a marker. So we kind of tricked the system to thinking there's two markers,
I see.
kept collision detection on the hot dog marker, but not the map marker. But ever since we did that, we get this weird render issuing.
Okay.
Yes, it's now maybe by now Mapbox supports collision detection on the labels. Maybe we don't need to do this workaround.
All right. Let me take note of all of that. Um,
And let me know when you're done with that, and a little bit more to add.
okay.
When it comes to collision detection, there's all kinds of settings. So like see the words like Pacific Heights, Marina District, things like that on the map to your
Mm.
left.
Oh yeah, here.
I
Okay.
like that stuff. 101 on the highway. Those all have options for collision detection. We basically just turned all that off. For what it's worth. So like I really only wanted collision detection on the labels. So if you're doing experimenting, I just wanted you to know there was a reason we turned off collision detection on a lot of places. And it's also like among the neighborhood, like the neighborhood names. So where it says Marina District and Pacific Heights, there's actually collision detection for those. Like if they were to crash into each other, I forget. I think that we left on. So these are different layers of collision detection. So like some of the neighborhoods have it amongst themselves, and then some of the main streets and highways have it. So like in fact, let's see what happens if Marina District collides with 101. I'm curious, like if you were to zoom out, zoom that way out.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, there it goes. Yeah, see, so that works fine. Yeah, the collision detection there, and then make Marina District go into Pacific Heights. Yeah, see now, and then it also had collision detection on our marker. See, so
Mhm.
it's all working perfect except the render issue.
Yeah.
And maybe we don't need the workaround anymore. Maybe Mapbox is more updated. I don't know.
Yeah, okay. I'll look into that first. I'll look up I'll need to find that workaround and remove it and update the map box and see if they do support like the collision for labels
Okay.
detection.
Okay. Okay, cool. I think that's a really good next step for us. This has been a thing for a long time. Okay. Anything else you want to add or any questions?
Oh, so good.
All right. Cool. Thank you, Amin. Wells, let's get your update, please.
Hello, everyone. So I have great updates on the play live, listen live button. I did do a quick implementation on that. There are still missing styles. However, I am facing a new error that I'm trying to figure out if it is from like latest development build or if it is something regarding my build, my branch, sorry. That once I go to the podcast like episode screen, I see like an error pop out and the app crashes. It says like error 6 or something like that. I was having this error on Friday, and I'm still having it now. I'm doing different kind of testing here, moving from branch to branch and reinstalling the stuff and testing it out again. But have you guys had a similar error? Let me show a screen recording of it. So perhaps anyone here has seen something similar to that?
This is the error with what is it again? Sorry.
Yeah, so when I go to the when I click on some podcast episode,
Mhm.
this happens. Unexpected error occurred. Apologies, the app will close now. Please restart the app. Signal 6 was raised.
Is screen recording on for the screen session? What's it called? The
I'm not
session
sure.
replay.
Session replay. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Let me see.
Yeah, I'm
how
having
we-
this error a lot. Like if I try to play the stuff, it also happens. If I try to navigate here, it's all
Yeah. That's. I think session replay might be on. That's causing it for you. Let me see here.
Yeah, and also it doesn't happen always. Like right now, it is not happening.
Yeah, it's gonna happen randomly when you do certain things. When you first open the app, look for init century. What is that? What is that value looking for you in the console log?
Let me see here. And it's entered true.
Oh, yeah. So that means session replay is enabled for you, and that's probably what's causing it.
I see.
So to have it unenabled, let me see. I have to work. Worked with me once with this. So you can just honestly set that variable. So if you go to Sentry and then you go to index, there's going to be a variable called enable session replay. You can just set that to false in your dev. Make sure not to push it to any branch.
Wait a second.
So here, just look for this variable right here. You can global search it. Send it to you in Slack.
I have this stash that I worked on where I disabled Sentry, all of it in development because even as we developing, the screen recording has sent and also the issues are being sent to Sentry. So I have a stash where it's gonna be disabled all for us, like while we're developing, because we don't really need it.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
perhaps we can
Yeah.
have an environment variable to help with that.
yeah, it's good. I have the stash in it. It's all depending on like we don't have to do environment variable. There is like already a one there that underscore dev dev underscore. So that one that I did use to disable Sentry all of it.
Do you want to push that to a branch, you think?
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, let's do that. But yeah, I think that should solve your problem, Wells.
That's awesome. Let me see here. Oh no, still happened.
Yeah, no. Well, you need to see like open Xcode to know, because this is like a native class. You need to open Xcode and now
Okay.
open. Okay, now open the app. No, just open the app. Open the app, like from the simulator. Now go back to Xcode. Focus Xcode. You see the debug menu at the top, at the very top of your screen, very top. You screen, yeah, debug the menu. Look out for attach to process.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah. Click on it. You should see a list there. Are you clicking on it? Like you press it?
Yeah. If I click it, nothing happens.
Okay. Select the no. Select attach to process by PID or name. Yep, do that. Type circles with capital, like the app name. Yep. Select that one. Yeah. Yeah. Select it. Do attach. The blue button. Yep. Oh, you selecting the iPhone. Switch the. That's why. Do cancel. No, cancel. Go. You see where you have your phone there selected?
Yep.
Change it, the simulator you're running.
Not sure. My
The
phone-
simulator you're running, it's like the iPhone 15 Pro Max.
Like here.
Now,
Hopefully.
is this the version 18? The simulator you're running?
I have iOS like 18.0.
So it is the one. So yeah, keep that one. Go now to debug. No, keep
Go to debug.
yeah. Do attach to process or yeah. Do attach now. Nope, just keep it. Keep it circles. And you see that you need now to open the log panel. It's hidden. Like if you see at the very bottom of Xcode, to the right, go to the right. Yep, that icon. Click on it. Now go ahead and try reproduce it.
Okay.
Yeah, so where is that? What is that file? Media URL. So I can see your screen really, it's like really dark. But so this is the file name, and from the file name you would know in which library this is used. Oh yeah, the track player. So the track player, the library you're using, it's crashing.
Oh, the track player is crashing. Let's see.
So it seems like that one is undefined because you see how it's doing as the exclamation mark that
Mhm.
tells the compiler, hey, this object is for sure not undefined. And when it's find it undefined, it crashes because you're telling it this is sure not. So I'm not sure what's that object or what's going on there. So you need to look up the track player. Maybe it needs to be updated because this change is happening on the native. Maybe they fixed it in another version, or you're missing something that the library expecting from you to pass. You're missing it.
Mhm. I see. I will try reproducing it in development, or perhaps something I was also trying to do is logging exactly when I call the screen on this scenario versus the other one to see if there's something different there. But yeah, I was suspecting on the track player for the other screen. So perhaps on this one also. Thank you. I mean, this gives me some direction on how to look into it. And then how do I proceed here? Because it's kind of like it's working like a breakpoint, right?
Yeah. Now, uh,
Continue.
now. Oh, sorry. Now the app is crashed. So yeah, you just close it. Yep.
Cool.
You see that stop button on Xcode next to play button at the top left?
Here.
Stop button. Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, you can do that. I start. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Something's happening on that screen. Okay, so I think those are the updates for now, John.
Okay. So you're just going to continue working on that.
Yes, sir.
Okay. That sounds good. Well, then maybe it's a good place to leave off. And Jerry, I'd like you and Chantel to test those emails and dynamic links. And I'll be involved, or if you need anybody else to help along.
Yeah,
Cool.
I just got the other flow that I need to add for like an investor that isn't in the app, making sure that they get credit for it through that flow. I just got the development work on that done. Let me put the email in, grabbing a bite, Chantel. I'll message you when it's time to test. It'll be about
Okay.
30
Okay.
minutes.
Let me
Perfect.
ask- I got a question. So what if the links that we have out there, the campaign links that are in some of the influencers' Instagram bio, let's say, can those links stay there, but we convert them to dynamic links now?
They're automatically converted. That's part of the update.
Okay. So if I have the new version of the app, it works as a dynamic link. If I have the old version of the app, it'll work as it used to.
Right. That's the expected case.
Okay, let's test that.
Mhm.
Okay, let me know when after you test it. If you have any links you need, just let me know.
Mhm.
But I prefer to test them with links that already exist out there, and I want to test them on real user accounts and real phones, not just simulators.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Great. All right, then. Let's leave it there. We're still waiting on Android, but the iOS build is there. It's live in the App Store, and we'll continue testing. We'll discuss as soon as the Android build is available too, and then we'll do same testing. Todd and Danny, we heading down to the office here?
Yeah, maybe not as early as I was going to. It's 3:30 because it was he just dropped it in my calendar. So, but yeah,
Did you want to not get in earlier for some reason?
no, I mean, yeah, I want to jump in a shower and take some time to get out the door.
Well, yeah, me too. So I'll see you there in like an hour and a half.
Probably somewhere around there.
Okay, Todd.
Yep, I'll meet you guys there.
Cool. Okay, guys. All right, then we'll be around. Everybody else, good job so far. It's going really good, really good. Feedback's been incredible. So keep up the good work and reach out for anything, anytime. If you need anything, just let us know.
Yep. Sounds good.
Thanks. Everyone.
Great. Bye, everyone.
Have a great day.
Thank you.